Okay, I want to say something right now as we get started. I am a man under authority. Not a man with authority, a man under authority. My sermons are prepared months out. I walk through a text week by week by week. And sometimes things happen in the world around us that make the text in question harder, and I'm tempted sometimes when the news and the message are, when one brings so much like to the other, you almost want to step away. But yes, I'm not a king. I'm a man of authority. I just teach what his word says. That's all I do. That's my I love people and proclaim truth. That's all I do. That's all I do. That's a lot of what I do. So I'll tell you this story. When I was a young kid, 8th grade, just moved to Waterford, Michigan. One of my first friends in Waterford was a young lady. We became really good friends, and we were both board game fanatics. I love board games, still love board games. My wife hates board games. My kids like them, so me and the kids will play. Sometimes we'll talk mom into playing. Whenever she does play, she usually wins, which is really weird. But I always loved board games, always. And so we wanted to play a board game. So I had this board game in my basement. Let's go find. So we went downstairs to find. I think she had an old school Scrabble, the one with the turns with the little indentations for the. Oh, it was awesome. So we're looking for the Scrabble board. We're downstairs looking through looking for boxes. It's got to be down there somewhere, right? Open a box up, and it's not a Scrabble board. She found some letters, and she said, "Oh, what are these letters? Is it from a grandparent? Is it from my parents when they were, dating? What are these letters?" She grabs them, opens up. It's such an innocent thing. We're just we're hoping to find some kind of just some moment in familial niceness. What she discovered wasn't from a grandparent. It wasn't from the dating years of her parents. Instead, she stumbled upon letters from a mistress to her father that were current to that season of life we were in. I remember her face when she found this. She discovered that her dad was having an affair on her mother. And she didn't know what to do. She didn't know she died. She said, "Tell on my dad, whom I'm loyal to." It crushed her. I remember being her friend and watching. I wasn't in her shoes, but I was next to her. Watching what it did over the next few years to her and her sisters and her family. Today we're talking about adultery. The 7th commandment. You shall not commit adultery. Now I know there's people here that are not adults. Some of you are single. Some of you single guys are if you're single, you're I'm on easy street because I can't commit adultery. Listen, don't check out. God has a word for you as well. If you're engaged, listen. There's a word for all of us in this message. You shall not commit adultery. Let's define the words we all know what we're talking about, okay? Adultery means cheating on your spouse. The command basically saying, if you're married, you do not cheat on your spouse. Okay? That's in its simplest terms. We all understand each other. Do not cheat on your husband. Do not cheat on your wife. That's all it means. Okay? Definition. I'm going to go to Genesis to kind of paint the picture for us of why God put this into power. So I go to Genesis. I'll go to chapter 2:23. We find these words. Then the man said, Adam says these words. This at last is bone of my bones. Flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because you've taken out of man. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother, hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Adultery is about marriage, because God loves marriage. God created marriage. God made Adam, God made Eve, and God brought them together and said, I want you to be joined in a covenant, in a promise, and this promise will govern your lives. It makes you, it's super glue holding society together. It holds you together, and this family is a building block to build society upon. So when you're married, you make this covenant for God. I'm with you, you're with me, and it's us together. And the language is the two become one flesh. This language, it's beautiful, it's poetic. Two becoming one. In so many ways. You live in the same place. You have the same bank account. Like you sleep in the same room. And all your life, this two lives becomes one new life. I remember getting married. My wife and I never lived in the same town through our entire engagement. Through our entire courtship, our dating. I was in Chicago, she was in the Thumb. I saw her like twice a month, once a month, less than once a month, but rode every day. It was a great thing. And I remember when we got married, because I'd go to see Angie sometimes. I'd stay over there so late. I'd stay over till like 2 in the morning, just talking. And I had to go home because I didn't want to stay over because I'm like, I got to go home. Honestly, the reason I left was because their only bathroom they had was right off the kitchen. And it was a little tiny closet bathroom. And I ain't going in there when you're sitting at the table because you hear everything. So I'd always leave just because. I didn't like, there's no fan or nothing in that bathroom. So I'd stay, I wouldn't go there, drink no water. I'd just be like, I'm going to stay until my bladder is going to die and I'll leave. But we were never, I remember we got married and it was awesome. I didn't have to go home anymore. Like I didn't have to go home. We lived in the same, our lives became one life together and it was awesome. Our dreams, two lives became one new life. This poetic language, two becoming one flesh. But the language, it's not just money, it's not just bedroom, this one flesh language in the Hebrew is a physical term, okay? One flesh means that two become one physically, intimately. It's a sexual idea. These people get married, and the consummation of their marriage is this physical union together. I mean, in a real way, it says, they were together, they were both naked, and they were not ashamed. And in a real way, in marriage today, they're together, and they're naked, and they're not ashamed. That's for them together in this covenant of marriage, okay? God made it, God designed it, it's beautiful, it's awesome. And this union, physically, is so powerful. God says, it's for you two alone in marriage, and you don't give it to anyone outside of your marriage. You don't look outside your marriage for physical intimacy. He forbids it. Now, why does he forbid it? Why does God say you can't? Because people say crazy things. I have heard, there's this, I've heard people say, well, my wife cheated on me. That gives me a free pass. I cheated on her once and it's free. That is from the pit of hell, okay? That's horrible. Why does two murders make, doing more evil, does that make the world a better place? Being betrayed is not going to betray you when we're even. No, it just means there's more pain in the world, okay? Adultery is off limits. I've had Christians come to me with, the world we live in, thinks that intimacy is purely physical. And they're wrong. They are wrong. Now, is intimacy physical? Yes. Yes. Kissing is awesome. Okay? I agree. I'm not trying to be silly. A lot of Christian church world, people think we're anti-sex. We're not. It's awesome. Okay? We're pro. Listen, have more babies. I'm saying it right now. Just wreck our nursery, we'd love it. We're pro-intimacy. Pro. It's awesome. And sometimes Christians are always like, I remember in youth group in high school, all you were told was like, don't do it, pregnancy, STDs, don't do it. And we're like, oh shoot, and we're so scary. Listen, my son and daughter, I'm not going to tell them that. I'm going to tell them, listen, it's awesome, but it's powerful. It's reserved for commitment. It's like fire. Fire is a great tool. When I was me and Tony one time, we had a sweater and it said on the tag it said it was flame retardant. So we thought that meant flame proof. So we went behind wires And we lit my sleeve on fire. And thought, it's like me, and it's like a movie, and it can't hurt me because it's flame retardant. Guess what? It lit on fire, it burnt the crap out of my arm. Burned out my sweater. I go home, I'm like, my God, Bert, what happened? I lit myself on fire, and she smacked me for it. In the same way, fire is a good tool. Keep you warm, cook some food. Don't light yourself on fire because it'll burn you. In the same way, intimacy is a gift. But it can burn people down. In the society we live in, it says it's just physical. Because of divorce, intimacy, from physical intimacy, sexuality, it is emotional, it is spiritual, it is relational, and it's physical. If you try to divorce the physical from everything else, you break it. You break it. It don't break you. It eats people's lives up. God says, one flesh, husbands and wives. This gift I give to you, enjoy it together. It's yours. And it says, do not leave. Do not go outside of this marriage covenant to find if you're married, you can't give this special gift to anybody else. Do not go outside your marriage. Why not? What if I'm unhappy? What if they don't like kissing? And that happens sometimes. What if my appetite and their appetite are different levels? Oh, that happens, man. It does. The reason God says no adultery, because adultery destroys, man. Adultery destroys, it lays waste. It destroys marriages and families and societies, churches. It destroys. I'm going to Proverbs 5. This is poetry, okay? I want you to see what adultery can do in the life of a human being. Now, this is poetry. Use your imagination. 5:15. Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. This is not about wells or buckets. This is about you and your spouse's intimacy. Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. Should your springs be scattered abroad? Streams of water in the streets? Let them be for yourself alone, not for the strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed. Rejoice in the wife of your youth, a lovely deer, a graceful doe. Let her breast fill you at all times with delight. Be intoxicated always in her love. Bible, pro-sex. Okay. Why should you, listen, why should you be intoxicated, my son, with a forbidden woman and embrace the bosom of an adulteress? For a man's eyes are for a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. The iniquities of the wicked ensnare him. He is held fast in the cords of his sin. He dies for lack of discipline, and because of his great folly, he is led astray. Listen to 6:32. Proverbs 32 says this: he who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. He will get wounds and dishonor, and his disgrace will not be wiped away. It destroys us. I have seen people throw away so much for one moment. The respect of their children. Years. Listen, marriage is hard. I know. Listen, and I'm going to tell a story this morning. I was a terrible husband. When I got married, I was a very self-absorbed person. And I hurt my wife in a lot of ways in our first year of marriage. Tony told a story this morning to some of the guys that when we first got married, my wife, I had to get some McDonald's because I was just at home. I was coming home to McDonald's. Got me like a 20-piece with fries and a Coke because it's awesome. And I used to eat more than, I eat a 10-piece now. Listen. Discipline. She brings it home. I get it out. I put my beer on a plate. I want it to be nice. Put it on a plate, fries. Put my Coke in a glass. I pretend it's like a meal, you know. And I look at there's no ketchup. I'm like, oh, babe, ketchup. I'll get the bag. No ketchup in the bag. She goes, oh, I didn't ask for him. Okay. I go to the fridge. No Heinz in the house. So, oh, there's no ketchup in the fridge. Is any in the pantry? She's like, oh, no, we don't have any. I'm like, oh. So I look at the food, take my plate, walk over the trash, and I dump it all in the garbage. Because I was like, no ketchup, it's not worth eating. You think I'm this great man. I'm a really hard person to live with, okay? My point is, marriage is tough. People can annoy you, get your nerves. That's not being silly, there can be real problems. There are real fights. There are real seasons of difficulty in marriage, okay? And even then, we don't go outside. We made a covenant before God, and we hold on as hard as we can. Don't go outside your marriage for intimacy. God says God doesn't like divorce, but the world is so brutal and so hard. God allows divorce. He does. He doesn't like it, but He allows it. And one of the reasons He allows it is for adultery. He's like, listen, I want you to make it, but if someone cheats, they betrayed the covenant. They broke the covenant underneath my authority. And if it hurts you so bad, you're allowed to leave. It's broken it so badly. God says, you don't have to leave, but you can if you need to. And actually, people who have been cheated on, these are horror stories. Horror stories. Someone comes home, cheated on you for 5 years and want a divorce. How do you recover from it? The betrayal is so deep. Adultery, God says, don't do it because this thing that is just for you two, one of the two gave it to someone else and just betrayed this most special, unique thing, and it just burns everything down. Because when you're betrayed and you're lied to, you wonder, how many more lies are there? What can I really trust? Where is the floor? Don't stay your spouse. It'll burn it all down. And Jesus took it a step further than that. Jesus wants to make sure we all understand what's going on. Because remember, I told you guys, these sins are not the end of a pier. I remember once a couple came to see me, and the wife she had like a work, you ever heard the word work spouse? You ever heard that phrase? We're together all the time, real close, become a little affectionate, playful. Well, him and this guy started holding hands, a little kissy kiss, He found out about it. Furious! They come to see me in this moment of great stress and strain. And she goes, I don't understand the point. I didn't sleep with them. I didn't break the commandment.